Here's the thing, with trauma, time does not heal all wounds. You've heard it before, just give it time, things will get better. But if you've experienced trauma, you have experienced firsthand that time alone doesn't fix it. And most likely, it's actually getting worse and more complex as time goes on. And that's because trauma isn't stored like other memories. When you are experiencing a traumatic event, your brain is overwhelmed and it can't process the experience. It can't put it into memory like it does with other experiences that you have. The brain drops the ball and the memory shatters into fragments before it can be filed into the past. Now, these fragments are stored subconsciously, they're stored in the body, in the nervous system, and in the present tense, because the brain hasn't been able to process it and put it into the past tense. You don't have control over the recall of these memories because they haven't been filed away. These memories of the trauma will pop up randomly as intrusive thoughts and intense feelings in your body. Those heightened experiences when you felt the worst. They pop up randomly, you have no control over them. These memories are in control, not you. What makes them so overwhelming is that they're experienced again, always in the present tense as if they're happening now. So you're triggered as f. And so when something reminds your brain or your body of the trauma, even slightly, you will re-experience the trauma like it's happening all over again in the present moment, in the present tense. Talking about trauma makes it worse, but that's all we know. When something happens, we think time and talk will heal our trauma. But talking about trauma revivifies it. It means you relive it. It means that remembering causes you to relive it. Who ever said that you had to remember to recover? No one, ever. Talking is all we know, so we seek that traditional talk therapy, and we talk to our friends, we talk to our family, anyone who will listen, but it doesn't help because every time you talk about it, you revivify the experience. You experience it all over again in the present tense. This is an iatrogenic effect of talking about trauma. What we're trying to do to fix it unintentionally makes it worse. You can't logic your way out of trauma. No amount of logic and thinking about trauma logically can override how your body responds. Logic is like this little mouse that's running from the head to the tail on the back of an elephant who's walking towards your past. That's the subconscious, those are those feelings, that's the emotional part that's stuck in the past, that's always moving toward the past. That's why you feel stuck, and that's why you feel hopeless, because you are reacting to something that might have happened years or even decades ago. And your brain and your body haven't logically caught up to the fact that you survived that trauma. And it doesn't make sense because we think that time should heal all these wounds, but that trauma, those fragments of memory, are in a non-verbal part of your brain that logic and talking can't resolve. Because trauma bypasses, it's in that survival part of your nervous system. It's that non-verbal part of the brain that keeps you on high alert, because this memory isn't integrated into the past, and it's not integrated with those logical parts of your brain that know that you're not in danger anymore. This is why logic, time, talk therapy are not enough. None of that makes a difference to that part of you that still feels unsafe. What actually helps? Healing trauma means helping your body and brain feel safe again in the here and now. And you do that through the present moment, because the past has all that trauma. The future feels hopeless. You feel anxious and hopeless about your future. Therapies that work with the nervous system, like accelerated hypnotherapy and OEI therapy, can help rewire your brain It can integrate that emotional part with the logical parts. It can help rewire your brain, put those memories into the past so that as each day passes, you feel more distance. And that takes rewiring of the brain, reconsolidation of that memory, actually integrating the present moment with the past, integrating the emotional part that's reactive with the regulated part of the brain that can respond and be resilient, that understands logically, and allow the brain to put the memory of the trauma into the past tense. We use this time to do something that actually works with trauma. Let me know if this is the way you've experienced trauma or if you've had a different experience. Subscribe and like this video for more content on betrayal trauma recovery. And let's connect on the next one.